Right there, there's another piece of land over here. We didn't want no a restaurant. We don't need no restaurant in Gloucester. In the winter, restaurant is dead. But in the winter, there'll be boats here taking out fish. We feel responsible that we should take care of everything as they're coming along, and preserve for the future, not just for us ourselves, but for the young generation coming along. A lot of people here now in this world, and we are getting more and more. And you look at Gloucester. Years ago, there used to be so many empty spaces, and now all the empty spaces they've got a house on them built. So the population is getting more and more. So there's no way that we can go back, and think about so many years ago. Now we've got to think and think wisely. I think nature is very delicate. You got to treat it as such, and you just cannot abuse it, because you only can take so much, and then it's going to break down like any other things. You abuse anything, it's going to just won't go forward.
The whole business of understanding the economy, the life of the city, the life of the ocean, is when you see that they're all interrelated. Once you see how they're interrelated, you say, why isn't the economy functioning on an interrelated basis? It can't, because man has already superimposed upon man a style of existence. The economic world is such. You only work to make profit. Gloucester fishermen are going to be forced to cooperate in order to survive. Now, it's hard for Gloucester to survive cooperatively, but they're going to be forced to. Nature already operating creatively and cooperatively, but man doesn't. And Gloucester is a pig-headed town. God, or divine intelligence, has given us the resources. Man comes along, and man's a part of that intelligence. But he doesn't use that intelligence to preserve and nurture this beauty that has been given. It's been given, not to be exploited. And that's the heart of the whole matter. I am worried. And I think a lot of other people are worried. They're worried about trying to keep this place as it is, even in spite of some of the qualities about the life we don't like. And there's a danger that the change that comes out of exploitation could ruin what we have, ruin it completely. What I'm saying is that anything can happen if we set our minds to it. Our imaginations are stultified because we live rut lives. When you're in a rut, you can't see beyond. Day-to-day, survival, existence. For instance, when they say the beauty of Gloucester, you can't eat it. But people are eating it all the time with their eyes. That's where they get their energy from. Sight food. Now people, once they understand that, they have to go through a process of change. People don't want to change. They're stuck in they're hamsters. They enjoy being hamsters. And the only time they get away from being hamsters is when they go pleasure cruising, or when they go fishing for swordfish. And most of those people are wealthy people. The average person in Gloucester doesn't go out in a big boat there sword fishing. The average person in Gloucester who's fishing is just working from these dragons. And they work hard, very hard, just to survive. Some of them survive successfully. So they're concerned with just that mode of living. That's all there is. But there's more. That's what I'm saying about Gloucester. There's more. Gloucester presents more by the way she's set in the ocean, by the fact that she's set away from the mainland. Now, there's something else I wanted to say about that. How do people change? People change when they're shook up. And this could be an example of a shaking up. You're asking me these questions. I'm telling you how I feel about this whole place. For me, I see it as paradise, even in spite of the hellish quality of some of its natures. people natures. So in that sense, the younger people are aware of the environment. They're also worried about the pollution of the planet. Look at the activities going on in Seabrook. The nuclear plant. Plutonium is around. So now they become very conscious of who they are, where they are, what's it for, and what they're going to do. Because fundamentally, the whole question of Gloucester, like Cézanne, Gauguin said, who are we, where are we going, what does it mean? Those are the questions we must be concerned with, because that's a Gloucester characteristic.
I can never be separate from Gloucester because it's my roots and I live here and this is where all the people I love are. I can see that I would be an element for change because I see things that I don't like and I do want to change them, but I can't say in what way right now just because I haven't seen enough and done enough and I don't know what my limits are and really where my strengths lie. I could say that I would change it just by my interactions with people, that just a few people that I've loved, that we've changed each other's lives a lot. It's sort of a tough town, that the kids really get into feeling blasé about different things, and it's not really cool to be involved in a lot of things. Like someone asked me, this is probably crude, you might not want to put it on your tape, that he asked me if when I go to college, he goes, you're not going to join all those chit organizations, are you? Like, how stupid can you be? You don't want to be involved in things. But that's the general feeling here, and that people have a hard time getting really excited about things and involved in things. There's a big thing on being cool. I think the people here have a very strong feeling for where they live and a big caring for it, although it may not be really evident when you first meet them or when you talk to them, because I've met very few people who have said to me, oh, isn't it beautiful here? People who live here. Or people who said, oh, isn't this scenic? Or don't I love the ocean? It gives me so much. But it's part of our lives.
I see a very strong connection between recreation and recreation. I happen to have on my kitchen a little pewter plate that says, heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. And I think that that represents something to me of the spiritual recreation that comes, that isn't necessarily active recreation. Just living so close to this, and every time I drive down and look at that harbor, I feel different.
Why do painters and poets and photographers come here? The beauty of the natural place is given, but the beauty inside people is not given. That's what we have to deal with. To make the connection between the natural beauty and the beauty that's inside people. Most people are missing the qualities that this place possesses because they're all into themselves. The powerful interrelatedness between all these forces. And people are unaware of that, but they operate on the basis of their past background. So they're not really in the present. They think they are, but they're not. To be in the present means to have an understanding of the past and the future, and that it meets in us as we live to the maximum of our awareness. We're not doing that. No, I said something else. The rhythms of the sea and the sky and light I pick, but I pick up more of it in the quality of the people, how the people operate, how they talk, what they do, how they move. I'm aware of that all the time. In fact, I am more conscious of the rhythms of people's psyches than I am of the rhythm of like I said, the background.
But the background affects people.
But the background is there all the time. But it's tuned into itself. It is perfect in itself. That's why people come here. They come from all over the world. What do they want? There's something in Gloucester, like I told you about that psychic light that they need to sustain themselves. So they come here, they take it. And when they leave, it's fixed in their psyche. The light, the quality, the time, the place becomes a part of their life.